Welcome back to Whiskey Whims with me, Stuart. Today's video, I'm just going to run through 5 whiskies that I'm currently reaching for in my collection or selection. This is going to be my last video for a little while. I've got my wedding coming up, so I'll be focusing on that. And I know if my fiance sees this, she's probably going to laugh because she's done the majority of the work when I say that I'm going to be focusing on the wedding. But we've got the wedding coming up, we've got the honeymoon coming up. So yeah, I'm probably going to be off YouTube for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, or at least a month or something, I don't know. So there won't be videos for a while. But anyway, what I've got in my glass currently is the first one that I keep reaching for is the Seven Sons 11-year-old, which is Ryan's blend. And yeah, I'm actually not far through this as much as I thought I would be, but it's one that when I'm wanting something a little bit different, because it's the blend, it's got a lot going on, it's got a decent complexity here. When I'm wanting a little bit of I wouldn't say it's challenging whiskey, but it's just got a fair bit going on, so it's something good that you can sit back, relax with, and pick out a couple of flavours, pick a couple of notes and stuff. But it's not too complex or too much that it needs all your attention. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's something that you can enjoy without having to put too much attention into. But if you do delve into it, there are a lot of complexities there. So yeah, this Seven Sons one is definitely one that I tend to reach for. Yeah, if I'm looking for single malt at the moment, my definite go-to is a whiskey that I've had for quite a while actually, but I've just kind of reignited my, I wouldn't say passion for it, but yeah, I've started reaching for this a lot more, which is this North Star Dalyuan. It's done in refill sherry, I'm sure. Whereabouts is it? Bottled from a refill sherry, but yeah, 52.5% ABV, and I'm a huge fan of Dalyuan. I've still got a little bit of the 15-year-old Cadenheads that I go on about that I really love, and this is it's not close to that one, but it's helping. The Dalyuan spirit comes through really well, and then they refill sherry. You can't really go wrong with refill sherry. But yeah, I'm definitely the side of the shelf. It's interesting. At least half of these whiskies, or more than half, sorry, 3 out of 5 of these whiskies are on the side of my shelf that's most accessible, that's the closest to me. So there's an element of laziness, or maybe an element of what's in my eyesight, because the other side of the shelf I can't really see from where I'm sitting, so sometimes it gets a bit neglected, so I'll need to have a shuffle around. But yeah, like I say, I go for this Dalyuan quite a lot. If I'm in the mood for a couple whiskies, I'll usually start with this Dalyuan. This is the one that I'll usually go for if I'm having 3 or 4 whiskies in a night, and I always tend to finish with the Springbank 10 Palo Cortado, but I didn't want to put that into my go-to whiskies because it should be finished by now. It's almost finished, and yeah, I gave that was 2024, I gave that whiskey of the year. So but yeah, that's normally how I start these things, is with Dalyuan, and then I finish on a nice peated sherry bomb from Springbank. So the next in my go-to list is the Series 1 mystery malt that I got, the Altmore 16-year-old, matured fully in red wine. I'm trying to see, it's quite light. I was trying to see like roughly how much of this I have left, but I probably need to shine a light in there. I reckon it's maybe here, possibly. It's not got a lot in it. It doesn't feel terribly heavy. Yeah, I think it's about here. But this is just, yeah, this is, I was thoroughly surprised that I got this for £65. I mean, it is an Altmore 16-year-old. An Altmore doesn't really, as an independent bottle, doesn't really gather a higher price tag, but I still think it was £65 worth it. Fully matured in red wine surprised me, and it's just a solid whiskey. It's it's definitely solid, and yeah, it's in my, like I said, if I'm going to have 3 or 4 whiskies a night, normally the Dalyuan's in there, normally the Seven Sons, and normally this. Not all of them are in there, not these 5 are in there, but normally those 3, if I do have any, are in there. The reason the next 2 aren't in there, so the first one's this Ben Nevis. This is currently a whiskey that I'm reaching for more and more, especially when I'm just wanting, basically just when I'm wanting Ben Nevis, an older Ben Nevis, which is quite a specific thing to want, but it's stiff. Just bourbon, it's just lovely, a little bit dirty, a little bit grimy if you will, but yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm reaching for this more and more. This is actually on the opposite side of the shelf, one that I don't see often enough, but this is usually when I've got a hankering for a specific thing, which is the Ben Nevis. So yeah, I'll reach for that, but it's not always in my lineup. Like I say, usually if I'm having 3 or 4, it's the 3 first ones that I've mentioned. This sometimes gets taken over by the Springbank Palo Cortado. It normally loses out the Springbank because the Springbank's just so good. But yeah, it's definitely one that that I'm aiming for more. And the final one, and Jesus, I've not got a lot of this left. I opened this, I think 11 months ago it was, for my 1,000 subscriber celebration, my live celebration that I done, just a live stream. And since then I've not drunk it all myself. I've given a lot of this out, just because I think it needs to be tried, and the more people can try it the better, because I'm in love with it. Yeah, and quite frank, this should have been in here, I reckon. I've put the Seven Sons in here, which is not a bad thing, but I probably should have had that in there. But it's getting to a point now where I'm getting a bit worried. There's not a lot left. I don't think I'm going to ever have this again. I've not seen it on auction recently, and the price that I paid, £115. Yeah, so this one I reach for when I'm having maybe 1 dram on a night, which isn't often. But if I'm having like a beer night and then I fancy just one dram, say I'm just having beer and I just fancy 1 dram, it'll be this kind of exquisite, if you like, this luxury. That's how I see it. It's a kind of luxury piece. Or if I've got people who haven't tried it, that's when it'll get dished out. But like I say, it's normally reached for when my palate's clean, my palate's preferable to accepting it. There's nothing else integrated in there, like bloody, I don't know, spicy food or something previous, or like an Indian. So yeah, that's normally when I grab this, but as you can tell, like I'm battering through it and I'm just, yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, I don't know if that was a worthwhile video or not, but I needed some content before I go on a hiatus, and I couldn't find a whiskey to review, or a whiskey that I was ready for to review, and I didn't want to just push a video out there with a crappy review basically. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking recently, what I'm going to. So only 1 blend in there, which is kind of surprising. 2 sherries, 1 refill. In fact, I think the Clint Leash's refill as well. So yeah, two refill sherry butts, 1 fully bourbon, and 1 fully red wine. So it is quite a variety. Like I said, only 1 blend, and that's not even a blended malt, it's blended scotch, so it's got grain in there. No grain there, surprisingly, or not surprisingly, and no foreign whiskies, no bourbon, no Irish, nothing like that, because I actually don't have any bourbon or Irish in my selection at the moment. Oh no, I do have mellow corn still sitting there haunting me. It's honestly, it's like a bad dream. But yeah, that's been the video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've been Stuart, this has been Whiskey Whims. I'll see you later.